Chris, what were you seeing? What were you feeling to start that fourth quarter when Monty said you just took over?
No, it was just sort of trying to be aggressive, trying to stay aggressive. I missed a lot of shots early, especially started third quarter, and just knew, we sort of, me and Book play together, then he's in, then I'm in, so just trying to be more assertive.
Next is David Brandt with the Associated Press, and then Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Chris, you got bumped on that shoulder, it looked like early in the game, and kind of grimaced. And, I think everybody was wondering, how you were feeling. And then all of a sudden there in the second half, it just looked like you were back to your old self. Did it loosen up during the game, or was there any moment where you really felt you were back? Because you looked like your old self in the second half.
Yeah, it definitely loosens up. But one thing about it is you don't get like no practice time. The only way you get a chance to see how it is in the game. And so, yeah, it was good. It was fun to get out there and be involved. That last series that was tough, but I'm glad to be back helping the team.
Next is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic, followed by Kellen Olson.
You guys ended the third on a 28-9 run that extended to a 42-14 run into the fourth. What was working for you guys during that stretch?
Just playing with pace. They got a nice little lead on us there in the third quarter, but with our team and with the crowd, this crowd is crazy. It's crazy. To have the fans in there, the energy, it's nothing like it. And I told the guys this is why we fought so hard during the regular season to get home court advantage, and I think we truly had that with our fan base here.
Next is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Greg Moore.
Chris, with the way they're defending you and Devin, they're almost challenging you guys as a team to move the ball well. You guys certainly did tonight. What were you seeing that was working for you guys offensively?
Just find an open man. That's what I said. Like all season long, we have a team. So if you try to take one of us out or whatnot, we make the right play. Who you gonna leave open? You know what I mean? Like Kale is cash, Jay is cash. I could keep going on, and that's the benefits of having a team.
Next is Greg Moore with the Arizona Republic, followed by Gina Mizell.
Hey, Chris, man, congratulations on the win. It's Greg Moore, Arizona Republic. Back to that run, man. You got to play anything that stands out to you when you think back on it. Now you had a runner in the lane. DeAndre hit that crazy lefty floater runner finger roll. And then also you guys had a lot on defense. But what did you see, man? You were out there. What did you see?
I don't know. I wasn't out there to end the third. It's just our team is like that, man. I'm telling you, it's fun to be on a team when, we talk about it. It's almost like wrestling. It's like you tagging in. You go out the game and there's no drop off. It's just another unit coming in as just keeping pressure on you. And I think that's the benefits of having a team like we have and having campaign and all these guys. When I come out, it's cool. It's like these guys nice too. So.
Final two questions are going to be Gina Mizell with Suns.com and Catherine Fitzgerald.
Hey, Chris, when you talk about the crowd and different guys stepping up in different moments, the play that comes to my mind first is Torrey's alley-oop that just sent the crowd into a frenzy. Just overall, though, what has he brought to your team this year just as a midseason pickup and kind of carving out a role here?
Torrey, man, we call him Big Country, straight out of South Carolina. He just done brought the energy to our team, one of the funniest guys in the locker room. And he just played the right way. He do all the little things. First thing we noticed when he came to our team was his offensive rebounding. But even preparing us for this series and how he talks to us and tells us what we should expect, is so valuable to what we do.
Final question is Catherine Fitzgerald with the Arizona Republic.
Hey, Chris, sticking on the theme of moments, Monty mentioned a few moments for Mikal in particular. I was wondering what you saw out of him tonight and if there were any moments that really stood out to you.
Mikal hit a big three in the second half, but I tell you, we really like brothers because we can say just about anything to each other, and I love that about him. He made a play in the first half where he tried to penetrate and he turned it over, and I was like, you got to shoot it. You got to shoot it. And Mikal is, I mean, he one of the best 3-and-D, not just three, just whatever in defense in the league. And glad he's on our team.
Devin, I'm going to go a little off topic. Monty Williams, he finished second in Coach of the Year. Tight race of like only 11 points difference. What do you think of it? You think he should have won it? I'm just curious your thoughts on the whole deal.
I mean, obviously, I've seen that pregame. I mean, no disrespect to Tibbs or any other coach, Quinn, but you know my answer. Monty's came in here and shifted the culture, tremendously, and I've seen the bottom, and once he got here, that energy changed, the gym changed, personnel changed, and he developed a culture that we all bought into and love, and I always say it every day, the culture is something that makes coming to work every day fun, and that started with Coach Monty. So he's definitely deserving of it. I think when the coaches voted themselves that they put him as Coach of the Year. So kind of similar to when, the players voted me into the All-Star and then some other people come in and make the decision. But, Coach Monty's our Coach of the Year for sure.
Next up is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Jovan Buha.
Hey, Devin, to go off that a bit, Monty wants the identity for the team offensively to be 0.5, quick movement. Felt like Denver kind of challenged you guys to do that tonight, and you got to love that. What were your thoughts on the offensive execution tonight?
Yeah, I think we cleaned it up in the second half, starting with stops. But they make it tough on you. They put length on you. They have Jokić up on a lot of ball screens. So, we just try to get off and move it quick and, move the ball faster than, the defense can move. I think we got some good open shots in the second half that, opened up the game for us.
Next up is Jovan Buha with The Athletic, followed by Brendan Clean.
Hey, Devin. Chris had that 10-0 run during a stretch in the fourth and assisted or scored on 20 of the 34 points in the quarter. What type of boost and effect did he give you guys in the second half?
Oh, a big one. We felt that energy. We felt the passion behind it. And, he just made plays. Like you said, not only his scoring ability, but getting everybody else involved. That's been the story of the season for us, following him in that regard. So, that was a big push for us. That was a big momentum swing for us that, I think we took and ran with and, widened the gap, widened the margin.
Next up is Brendan Clean with Locked On Suns, followed by Kirsten Susel.
Hey, Book, similar to Kellen's question about the ball movement, just what did you see as far as what your movement off the ball was opening up for the rest of the guys, and how'd you try to take advantage of the space that you created when you didn't have the ball in your hands?
I wouldn't even say me. I would say DeAndre, which, you don't get credit for, but rolling hard to the rim and opening up that backside corner, forcing people to tag. Also getting out and spraying the floor in transition. And I was telling him after the game, there was one time I took off, I was going full speed, and I looked to my right, and DA's passing me, and I'm running as fast as I can. So, that opens up a lot of opportunities for all of us. And he deserves the credit for that, for rolling, forcing somebody to tag and opening up a wide open shot.
Next is Kirsten Susel with 12 News, followed by Barry Bloom.
Hey, Bud, going back to the Coach of the Year, you shared how you felt about it, but hearing that right before a game, did that kind of make you want to go out and get one for Coach?
I mean, I want to go get everyone for Coach. That's what I was talking about. Since he's got here, he's, developed that relationship individually with all of us with his own time, to make you want to play that much harder for him. That's a special thing to do. And I know it's not only with myself, I know it's with each and every one individual that he takes, out of his personal time and his day to communicate and keep developing those relationships. And, that's where it starts.
Final two questions are going to be Barry Bloom with Sportico and Melissa Rowland.
Hi, Buck. So it's 70-60 Denver with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. and they score 25 points the rest of the way, and Jokić scores 2 of them. I don't know that I've seen a game, especially in the playoffs, change that dramatically. What's your analysis of it? And your scoring was so evenly distributed. Of your 5 starters, you had everybody was in double figures, and 4 of you were over 20.
Yeah, I mean, this is, it's team basketball. That's what the playoffs is. Teams aren't gonna, let your first, second, and third option get it going every night. They try to take that away and make the other guys do it. And I think that, benefits us with the talent that we have on this team, the depth that we have on this team, and just the playmaking ability of everybody. Just being able to dribble, pass, and shoot. I know it sounds simple, but when everybody can do that in the court, it opens up opportunities for everybody.
Final one is Melissa Rowland with Fox Sports.
Hey, Book, you talked about how Monty has built a culture that inspires everybody around him. How specifically did he do that with you? What resonated with you?
Kind of what I spoke on earlier of, developing a personal relationship, understanding that, it's bigger in basketball, understanding we have family, we have friends that, mean a lot to us, and, just the constant communication. And, I always said it since day one with Monty, you feel the realness in everything he says, the eye contact, the demeanor of it. It's a bunch of little things that make you a made man. And, I feel that all that from him.
Yeah, DeAndre, Nikola got 22 points, but he took 23 shots to get it. What do you guys feel like you did defensively to get him off his rhythm?
Playing our coverages, studying, team tendencies and what they like, and we just stuck to the game plan, and never stopped what we thought and what we went over. We just kept pursuing, even when they scored, we just kept our discipline and did what we have to do on our coverages.
Quick follow. What was going on in that run at the end of the third and into the fourth? It was 42-14 overall. What was working for you guys during that, you feel?
Running, competing and running. That was basically it last, in that burst. Just competing and running and, sharing the ball. One thing we do, we share the ball a lot, keep defense moving.
Next is Jovan Buha with The Athletic, followed by Kellen Olson.
Hey, DeAndre, speaking of that run, Chris had a 10-0 run at himself at the beginning of the fourth, and he assisted or scored on 20 of the 34 points in the fourth. What type of boost and effect did he give you guys in the second half?
That it's in his hands, man. He's made us comfortable, not comfortable in that way, but just, knowing that, he got it, stuff like that, seeing the dude, see himself who's been in situations like this, he's handling his business right now, let him do his thing. But the team felt good.
Next up is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Kyle Fredrickson.
Hey, DA, Book went over a play with us where he was running full speed and transitioning. He looked to his right and he saw you passing him. How important is it for you, and how much pride do you take in that role of just running rim to rim?
Because, teams don't want to see me dunking every time. So, what I do is just run, man. Run to create offense for my teammates. If they don't stop the big roll into the rim, their shoot is open. So, that's the thing we always go over. Once that ball is in there, we get the ball, we are out. So that's the thing me and Buck go over with running. So yeah, it was funny seeing him right next to him, while we were running in transition. He got that big 3-4-point play.
Next up is Kyle Fredrickson with the Denver Post, followed by Gina Mizell.
Hey, DeAndre, before the game, Jokić had mentioned that you were a guy who's given him trouble in the past defensively. I'm curious, how would you characterize some of the matchups that you've had, and what is the important for you when you're defending him?
Man, that's wow. He said that. That's lit. I love playing against Jokić, man. That's the MVP of our league. He has so much, man. He has a lot to cover. The dude can do anything. So it's just, that's just the modern center right there. He's just a dude who you have to watch out for drives. He could shoot. He could do everything. He could play make for his teammates. Just coming every day in and out, just learning what he loves to do and, just competing, man. One day it could be that dude on film and, one day it won't be that dude on film when you're watching everything he does. So, you just got to keep competing and, just staying locked in.
Next up is Gina Mizell with Suns.com and then Greg Moore.
Hey, DA, kind of a broader question for you. A couple days ago, Monty was talking about your playoff run so far. And one thing that he mentioned is he's now seeing you do stuff in the weight room that he didn't used to see you do. And he thinks that part of that is maybe from Chris's routine. Can you give us an example of something that he's taught you in the weight room or something that you're doing now alongside Chris that maybe you weren't doing last year or previously in your career?
Like I said, I think the first weeks he got here, man, everything the dude does is contagious, the way how you approach the game. So see who's been in the league for so many years in the weight room before you're going to have to pick it up in some way. So, yeah, I'll be in the weight room because of C, just seeing he always doing something. So it's always something he's doing in the weight room. So I started to pick it up, just working on my body itself, seeing, it's working in the process of doing all of that. So just, working on my game, sharpening my iron. So it's fun, having a leader like that, showing by example and just seeing the results, man. It's lit.
Next, we go to Greg Moore with the Arizona Republic and then Melissa Rowland.
Thanks, Palm. And DA, good to see you, man. Greg Moore, Arizona Republic. And dude, what's it feel like to be in one of those runs, like that late third quarter run? You're, like Dwayne said, 43-14. It looks fun. It looks like you're enjoying yourself. But what does it feel like to be you in that moment?
I don't know. It's so hard to embrace that moment, knowing the task at hand. That's a great team. So we're not trying to get happy on the farm. It's one game, but through all of that, it's a team. This is a real team that we have here. A lot of great guys, and all that stuff and the relationship that we have, it leads on the court, man. And you guys can see it. We play together. We play as a unit, and it's just togetherness. That's our play for real, togetherness, and it shows, and it's something I would die for real, playing on the court.
Got time for a few more. Next is Melissa Rowland with Fox Sports and then Nicole Jarina.
Hey, DeAndre, throughout the season and especially the postseason, it seems like Monty has been a specialist at getting, a bunch of younger guys who didn't have playoff experience to be like playing at their absolute best. How has he been able to do that so effectively? What is it about him that's really like stuck out to you guys?
Man, that guy, coach, he doesn't approach you as a NBA coach, head coach. He approaches you more like a, friend, some say father figure. He teaches you so many things away from basketball, and you create this bond and chemistry where, you catch yourself coming to him for advice about anything, and, that type of stuff builds on the court. And now you want to play as hard as you can for this dude and for this organization. So that's the type of thing it is, dealing with Monty, he just knows the game. He's very, very flexible with his players. Sometimes we tell him like, yo, let's do this. And, he's willing to do it. So it's just that type of chemistry that we have, where you could just feed and learn anything from him.
Final two questions are Nicole Jarina from Puerto Rico and Catherine Fitzgerald.
Hi, DA. Congrats for the win. How important was for the team the way Mikal Bridges showed up in the third, and how much impact has been the support from the fans to the playoff?
I'll start off with the fans. Like I say, the fans is the one, making us, they helping us play like this, man, coming out every night, and they showing the support they have. I swear, I'm seeing less and less seats. I don't even think I've seen seats today, available seats. So that was a great thing. This was the loudest game, to be honest, that I've ever played. Today was the loudest game, man. Mikal, man. Mikal is something else. He's AKA the Warden. That dude sacrificed a lot. He plays hard, and that's just a great teammate to have, man. He's a guy who listens, and he's guarding the best player damn near every night, the fastest player. So you just gotta give all the credit to him, especially tonight, knocking down great open shots and making good plays.
Final question is Catherine Fitzgerald with the Arizona Republic.
Hey, DA, to follow up a bit on Mikal, you mentioned some of the shots he was making. Monty also talked about some of his defense. What were moments on both sides of the ball for Mikal that you really stuck out to you tonight?
I'll say mainly, was reading what the defense give him, putting the ball on the ground, making the play. Mikal is a jump shot shooter, but man, he made some plays today, kicking the ball, finding me, finding other guys. It was great to see, man. It shows you the type of team we have where guys can, do both. They're very versatile on this team, and it's just fun to play.
You obviously got a lot of corner threes, but also you got a lot off the bounce. What were you seeing in those situations? Was it what can CP swinging it to you guys? Was it matchups? What were you seeing on those?
Yeah, just teammates finding me. And my coaches just telling me to mix up a little bit. You have everything you want, just shooting and driving. So, they put that on my mind just to mix it up a little bit and just being aggressive. My teammates were finding me.
Next up is Greg Moore from the Arizona Republic, followed by Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Mikal, good to see you, man. Great game today. Greg Moore, Arizona Republic. Tell me about that third quarter, early fourth quarter run. I guess it was something like 42-16. You guys went from being down 10 to up, and it was a lead you maintained and cruised throughout the game. Coach said that it was all about defense. What was it to you?
We was getting stops, exactly what Coach said. We adjusted at half. We weren't doing what we were doing. We had to play harder and follow our game plan. And once we start doing that, getting stops, the other end opens up for everybody. And we just, we got aggressive on that end. So our defense led to our offense, kept getting stops and getting buckets.
Next is Dwayne Rankin from the Arizona Republic, followed by Cody Cunningham.
Obviously you were not only a huge part of the run, but just a huge part of the night. Can you just, a career high in points, can you just take us through your feelings, emotions, because we see you here calm, but when you're on the floor, it's a whole different person. Maybe just take us through that, how you were feeling going through that and having the kind of game you had.
Yeah, we were doing what we were doing, man. We were getting stops, we were going on runs. The crowd was wild and the energy was electric, and we were just feeding off of it, and it's going to make you get hype. But yeah, I mean, it's just game one. Can't get too high, can't get too low. Just watch film tomorrow, see what we got to do better, and get ready for game two.
Next up is Catherine Fitzgerald from the Arizona Republic.
Hey, Mikal, Bonnie mentioned a couple of different moments of yours tonight and just aspects of your game from shot making, the steal on Rivers. Did you, in a night like tonight, have any moment personally that you really felt stood out to you when you look back?
DA's dunk. DA's dunk in the first half really got me going. And I think just that fourth quarter with CP, started that fourth quarter, just, started putting away a little bit. Those are my two favorite moments.
Next up is going to be Brendan Clean.
Hey, Mikal, you guys are able to switch a little bit more defensively against this team than you were kind of trying to corral LeBron off the bounce and everything. So what's different about how you guys have to defend this team versus that last series?
It's tough because it's just different. They play through the Jokić, who's a big man. So just a little bit different. They have a lot of guys that can shoot and cut, a lot bit more spacing. I think in Lakers, we packed the paint a little bit more. Now it's kind of be there, and they got shooters, so you got to rely on both. So just a different feel. We adjusted better and just got to keep getting better.
Next up is going to be Dwayne Rankin. Dwayne, are you there? All right, we're gonna go over. Go ahead.
Sorry. Carol, I was going to ask, just off of what you just said, where, not too high, not too low. How much is this coming, as far as Chris keeping you guys even keel? How much of it is him the wisdom, the having been there before, how much is that helping you guys, deal with not getting too high or not getting too low?
For sure. CP just been through a lot, and he always talked to us just one game at a time. You can't win a couple games and think it's over. A lot of talented teams, and you got to win 4. So just having a guy like him who's been in it, Jay as well, just staying modest, just knowing we play well, we can play better, and we learn from it tomorrow and get ready for game 2.
Next up is going to be Christos Saltos from Greece.
Hey, Miguel, great game. How different is the dynamic of that team with the fans in the stands and the crowd and the passion of the fans? And also, what would you like to maintain in game 2 and the rest of the series?
Yeah, the crowd's amazing, man. It gets us going no matter what. Even if we're down, make one shot, they get loud and put the pressure on them. They're great. In game 2, we're gonna figure out tomorrow what we gotta do better. We just gotta keep playing hard and keep playing our way.
Our last question is going to be with Leonardo Torres from Peru. Sorry. From
Hi,
Argentina.
Mikal.
Yeah, from Peru. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Mikal. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Congrats on the win. Mikal, do you think that the execution of the pick and roll was the key to win tonight?
Definitely played a part. A lot of things happened. I think just ability to make shots, ability to defend. I think just everything like that right there, it definitely played a part. But I just think our defense was just unbelievable tonight. Just how we picked it up in that second half than the first half.